Took a day off on what was our last game? Was it a Saturday? Yeah, so we took off Sunday and then regrouped, and just tried to get better. No, nothing really other than that. Just practiced and worked on us, worked on Illinois, and hope to be playing better basketball. We're close, obviously, but guys are confident and they're playing well.
Where do you need to get better? You say you're trying to get better where?
Really everything. I know that's kind of a stupid answer, but everything. There's nothing we can't, not get better at. I think we defensively have taken a little bit of a step back the last couple of games. Where obviously we were one of the better defensive teams in the country, and we've dropped off a little bit, and we got to get back to that. And just talking about, making competitive adjustments during the game. Like Maryland is an extremely talented team. They're not doing certain things that are very, very not that they're not difficult to guard, but you come off of a ball screen and then they throw it to a Justin Jackson who's a terrific shooter. Well, can you have the toughness and the courage to make that adjustment to still correctly play defense and get to a talented player? So we've been working on that as well as just improving in every aspect. There's not just one thing.
You mentioned little things in the last 2 minutes, whether it was the shot against Penn State or the foul last game when you guys are up 3. Is there anything that you can do to sort of simulate those situations?
We do it all the time. We work on it a lot. So it wasn't just one thing at the end of the Maryland game. It was a collection of things. And, you're not going to be perfect at the end of games. It's not, you're going to make mistakes. But those things add up. And we felt like at the end of the game, we had an opportunity to be a terrific team, and we didn't do it. And that's going to happen. But you just got to find a way when you make a mistake on the court to help each other out to get through it, because you're going to make a mistake. Well, now you have an opportunity on the other end to do something defensively or offensively, and can you help each other out throughout the course of it?
Can you elaborate a little bit on what you meant in the coach's show when you said that sometimes late in games it seemed like there was some hijacking going on?
Yeah, my point is it's not like it's one guy, but if you turn the ball over, okay, and you do something that's inexplicable, and it's going to happen. That happens. Help your teammates out throughout the course of the game, and that's kind of what my point was. It's not that, it is on the players. Like there's only so many timeouts, and that's not throwing players in the bus. No, my point is taking ownership of helping each other out during the game. Like it's going to happen. We're a college basketball team. That's going to happen. You're going to make a mistake. Help each other out. And that's kind of what my point is. And obviously we got to help them out as much as we possibly can too. But, like you're on the road and they're down at the other end. There's not much we can do. So getting them to take pride and ownership and helping each other out is what we've been talking a lot about.
So it's not like there's a big abandonment of here's our philosophy and then in the last 2 minutes.
No, turning the ball over, no team has that philosophy, right? Hey, we're going to turn it over. No, it's not as complex as we all make it out to be. If you make a mistake on defense, don't do it again. Do it better. Help each other out. So it's not philosophically. It's not as deep as we're all making it out to be. You look at the end of the Maryland game. Tough turnover at the end. It was a 1-point game. We didn't get the rebound. So I don't know if philosophically there's a whole lot else. Go get the rebound, and that's really what it comes down to. Go make that winning play. And we've been close, and hopefully we break through soon.
You're convinced you have the guys to make winning plays that will help each other out?
I hope so. Like yesterday, I kind of, or last couple of days, we've been playing a little bit, and all of a sudden I've just kind of snuck in the background and not said anything, and I wanted to hear them talk to each other. So again, it's and it's got to be the older guys that do that, right? Because they get the confidence to do it. The Nate Masons, the Akeems, to where if a younger guy makes a mistake, you tell them, it's okay. Let's get back on defense, or let's get this rebound, or let's, so that was kind of my point about, when we make these mistakes, we've got to find a way to help each other out throughout the course of the game. We've got the players to play with anybody. We've shown that. Now we just got to break through in that last minute or whatever it may be. But we're close, obviously.
Excuse me. When Reggie Lynch is in foul trouble, and then Jordan maybe is not on the floor, you go there, Curry, so you go younger. There's certain groups maybe at the end of games that might not have. You feel like the most maybe chemistry together, or they're not.
What are you referring to? What are you referring to?
There's a couple games where there's been lineups that,
What lineup? If Reggie Lynch fouls out, Eric Curry and Jordan Murphy are playing together.
Well, like Bakari's in there instead of Reggie, or there's Eric instead of Jordan.
So what do you mean by chemistry? What is that?
I'm saying if there's a particular group out there that's not necessarily like I know you don't like the word starters, but at the end of games, if there's not necessarily that whatever you want to call it, that first group, does that cause maybe some dysfunction or
I don't think there's any dysfunction. I don't know.
lack of execution, or
I don't know exactly what you're referencing. Like at the end of the game, last game, Reggie Lynch fouls out, and Nate Mason made a good move, missed a shot to cut it to 2. It wasn't lack of execution. He executed, and it just didn't make the shot. He's made many good shots for us before. Murph drove the ball, and it went out of bounds. Is that lack of execution or just making a mistake? And it happens. It comes down to players making plays. Like they came off of a ball screen, and we kind of over-rotated, and they skipped it to Herter, and he made a tough shot. So it's not lack of execution. Not last game. There's been some games, certainly, where that has happened.
right? That's what I'm referring to. Just not necessarily just the Maryland game, but a lot of these close losses.
I think every game is totally different. And I don't necessarily think one is exactly the same as the other. So who did we play before Maryland? Well, at Ohio State. We executed at the end. Got an open look. A couple calls did not go our way. But we executed at the end of that game. A couple things just didn't go our way at the end of that one. Well, who was before?
Wisconsin.
They made a big shot. We did not. So it's to me, I don't cite one thing. It's just playing good teams. Couple things, just couple breaks don't go your way. It happens. We got to get better at certain things? Absolutely. I don't think it's one lineup. I don't think it's one player. It's just at the end of the day, making plays.
On Reggie, just keep harping on him like.
Yeah.
Was that a reach-in?
Yeah, and it was a foul. It was a foul.
You just gotta tell him.
Yeah.
Don't reach in. Why reach in there?
What's the point? Yeah. What's the point? Like Murph was right there, and he just got to see it. And it's. We'll show him. We'll get on him, but he got to stop doing it. And again, that's kind of my point. Like it's on him to stop doing that. It's been 6 of 9 games you've fouled out. You can blame a ref every now and again, but at some point here we're going on a trend. This seems to be a trend. And again, like why do that? With 3 minutes to go, why reach in for no reason? You got to be better than that, more disciplined than that.
Dupree didn't play much second half. And was that just a?
Akeem was playing very well.
And this lineup change, you still lost. But what have you noticed from the change in the team with Akeem?
I think we're playing good basketball, and I think it's been a good change for everybody. I think Dupree's playing well. I think Akeem is playing well. It's provided more flexibility, subbing out the 1s and the 2s. So that is not why we're losing. It's just a couple plays here or there, but I like it, and we'll stick with it.
How do you go about preparing for a guy like Malcolm Hill on Illinois? Is there anyone you're going to tell to kind of focus on him defensively like Akeem?
Well, he plays kind of the 3-4. So no, I don't think it'll be their responsibility. Now it's extremely important to help each other out. It's not on one guy. Whenever you play against a great player, it's tough to simulate a great player unless you've got somebody like him. So he's always been very good versus us. He's always been a good player in this league. So we've got to do our best to make him take tough shots. You know, and it's a team defense thing. It's not one guy. You know, so we got it's a tough task, and it's a challenge. But that's what happens when you got a great player like Malcolm Hill.
You like Springs attacking the hoop? I mean, that's probably a safe.
He's been good. Yeah, he's been good. You know, he's like he's quietly lost weight, gotten in great shape. You know, expanded his game. I mean, he works his butt off. Really does. I mean, like an insane work ethic. Every single practice, he is after getting shots up, and not getting shots up. Like you guys have seen the end of NBA practices, right? They almost go harder at that stuff than they do in the practice because they're working on their individual games. Akeem's got that, but he also practices extremely hard, and it's just paying off. You know, so it's like a simple, you know, thing that we tell our players about hard work pays off. And you see it with Akeem. He's expanded his game. He's confident, extremely confident because he puts in the work, and he's become a terrific leader as well. He's vocal. He's enthusiastic. He pulls other guys with him. And that's kind of been my theme with these guys is, you know, whether or not you make a mistake at the end of a game, you know, again, that's going to happen. But do you now help each other out on the court, get each other going? And Akeem's got that ability to do that. And the drive into the basket, like we didn't see that as much early. He's gotten better at that, more comfortable at that.
How much weight is he down?
Probably down about 20 pounds. Yeah, you wouldn't know it from when he first arrived to now. Looks great.
So with the foul trouble that Reggie and some of the bigs continuously are getting in, what does that have to say about Eric Curry's growth going forward, seeing him get a lot more minutes lately?
I think he's going to be a terrific player. You know, he's continues to get better. He's got good size, got good versatility, makes a lot of really good moves, and once he starts to finish those, I think he's going to be a very, very tough player in this league for a long time. You know, he's a smart player. Like he picks up things pretty good. He can shoot the ball. He can pass the ball. You know, so it's just a matter of figuring it all out, where he needs to be and what he needs to do. You know, he makes a big play versus Maryland, draws that charge. Now they called it a block, and I don't have a problem with the call. It was close, but just the way he sees those things, pretty good. So he provides great versatility for us.
Has there been anybody who's stepped up in the locker room, leadership-wise, that you might not have expected from this year?
Who do you think I'm going to say?
Probably like Keith Springs or something.
Keem would be the guy. Yeah, he's been it. And again, it's he got here in September, and you know that's uncomfortable for anybody. You get a new job, you know, new surroundings. You don't know these guys, and that took a little adjustment period. But he has run with it and been terrific at it. So he's really been a terrific leader. And you know, not everybody's going to be that way, and that doesn't mean you're a bad leader. You know, I think Nate's a good leader in a quiet way. He's not a loud guy, and he's not comfortable with that, and that's okay. You know, as long as everybody just stays within themselves and finds a way to help each other out during the game. And that's the biggest thing, I think, when you look at close games, and it's not dysfunction or chemistry or lack of execution. That may be at times. But at the end of the day, can you keep your confidence going when something bad happens on the court? Can you be disciplined and stick to the game plan? And again, like that competitive adjustment part of it to where, okay, you know, you got a talented player, Melo Trimble, coming off a ball screen. And you got a talented player in DeMonte Dodd rolling to the basket. And you got a talented shooter in the left corner in Herder. Can you stick to the disciplined game plan? It's hard. It's hard when you go against really good players. But you got to pick your poison. And so that's what getting our guys to understand that. All righty. Thanks.